Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to the long-awaited and much overdue Call of Cthulhu. I'm Kamchak Fisko. Come join me for an H.P. Lovecraft nightmare.
Oh, I thought that suddenly became something I could look at. It's very weird that light sources give off that fog. I thought all the boats
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
This photograph, this man looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of the ship. He has a wooden leg. Well, clearly it's not the captain, because he has both of his legs.
What a macabre souvenir.
Yeah. So he has the leg of his ancestor. Okay, it's a little macabre. Just a bit. Anything on the table behind the captain? No. Alright, let's talk to the captain.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Okay.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. What's the partial date? You didn't even give it to me. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who'd want this information to be hidden? A damn good question. Wow, he really did just up and leave. Alright, so he's heading back to the ship, right? That's what he said?
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
The documents are unreadable.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
It makes sense.
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
Yeah.
With whom, I wonder?
Oh, you know, hidden cults.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
The giant one or the one in the middle that I'm staring at behind
Understood.
the blue and the red
You
one?
know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
Alright.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla.
Oh,
His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I did.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
Leader of the
What?
gang?
I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
That's
With any
blackmailing.
success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Somehow I get the feeling we are going to have to worry about that.
I shall be
All
on
right.
my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
So we're obviously going to be able to jump between conversations because we'll learn something new, then we can talk about that, etc., etc. 80%. Like I said, I want to max out the spot hidden, and then I'll probably work on investigation second. Psychology is going to be important for the analysis of objects. So I'll honestly probably focus on these three and let the dialogue and the strength slide. Because I want to find all the clues, not necessarily interrogate all of the information. Captain James Fitzroy, age 45. James Fitzroy is the captain of the Chartis? I used to know how to say that word, and I don't remember how to pronounce it anymore. I think it's the Chartis. The only boat that still sails between Darkwater and Boston. His base is the Harbor Master's office, from where he misses nothing that happens on the island. The inhabitants of Darkwater respect him, the bootleggers despise him. He offered to help me in my investigation. Threatening letter, photograph, manifest, we already watched, looked at all that, knowledge, that's the other book. Okay, everything's marked as read. Good. Moving on. Okay. I'm gonna guess this is the bar. I'm sorry, am I in your way, asshole?
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Well, our character has been quite clear about the fact that he's an alcoholic. I want to go to the bar and talk to Bradley before we go messing with the police. The more information we have, the better. Hi, nice pipe. None of you give a shit about talking to me. Got it. Probably just some foreigner. Especially if this follows the mythology of, like, Innsmouth and such. They hate outsiders. I'm gonna say yeah. Okay.
Be careful.
Talking about making an entrance, Jesus, dude. That's clearly Cat.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
I'm gonna say it wasn't me who started
You
it.
saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm
I don't
here
wanna
for
drink your whiskey.
information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
That's fair.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
Cat and the bootleggers.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Let's ask about the city first.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
And imagine not.
What can you tell me about it?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
What's racketeering? 'Cause I almost wanted to think it was that, but I know that's something else. It's not speaking ill if it's true.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
Thank you,
What do you
Obi-Wan.
mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Yeah.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
That's fair.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Yeah, let's actually, ask about the warehouse.
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
That'll be all for now.
Alright, we didn't want to get a drink anyway, but we're supposed to ask about the special, whatever the fuck that means. I think we blew that by confronting him about the other asshole. Roy Mitchell, age 55, owner of the Stranded Whale Bar. Roy Mitchell runs the only bar in Darkwater. Prohibition has no hold on the Stranded Whale, and sailors come to seek the comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. The man therefore knows, more than anyone, the secrets and rumors of the inhabitants of the island exchange after a few glasses. Mitchell is devoted to the golden age of whale hunting, if numerous trophies that decorate his establishment are anything to go by. The man will freely talk on the subject which he is so keen, but he was far less enthusiastic if one was to inquire about a source of liquor. A bar where liquor is served with total impunity is the last thing I expected to find when I arrived on the island. The Stranded Whale is its name, and it manages with an iron hand by the owner. It's managed with an iron hand by the owner, a certain Mitchell. He does not tolerate troublemakers. He fiercely protects the identity of his supplier. All the inhabitants of the area seem to go there, and I even saw what looks to be a truce between the bootleggers and the sailors. Alright. Be nice to know who these people are.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Yeah, I was wondering what this was when the guy mentioned it. The Chatney, 21st May 1849, miraculous catch. The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We'd given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of the size that went beyond the formidable toothed whale, Cetacean? Is that how you say that? The Cetacean that was already being called the Miraculous Catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. That's a big fucking whale. Surviving sailors told of a frightening account of their perilous catch. It was also of its meat, unmatched in quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. Oh yeah, you made a deal with a god for this shit. There's no doubt the immense size of the whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting up his warehouse for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Cetacean? Okay. I've never seen, I know like Cretaceous and stuff. I've never seen cetacean. I've seen it written. I've never actually heard it said. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. Interesting.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
Don't mind me, embassy's dropping. They work in an asylum.
Oh,
The girl doctor, Colden. She won't stop asking.
not that again. She will get us into trouble.
I know.
Apparently something going on at the local asylum. Great. The fact that there's a local asylum is not good. So we talked to the drunken sailors, we talked to the guy in the corner.
Another break? One of those
Of course, we
damn
talked cow.
sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
That fool Fitzroy can't keep his dogs on a leash.
I'll have to send him a more clear-cut message.
I think we're going to have to step in to help Fitzroy, or this is going to get real ugly. Figured that'd be locked, but I had to try. Alright, let's talk to the drunkards first.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
But I mean, there would still be some form of evidence. Our guy's not wrong in that regard. There would be the skeleton or something to show that you actually had caught it.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
That wouldn't be how a species would be depleted. Clearly that ties into rituals and such.
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
An old family of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch. You shouldn't talk about the dead like that. We're not speaking ill, we're just saying that Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk. There! You're speaking ill, you see!
It's your proof that the miraculous catch really did happen.
Alright, I love how it lets us know when our skills have unlocked an answer. That's actually pretty cool.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Learn a little bit more.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
It sounds like this man's been investigating Cthulhu a little too long. He's even starting to look inhumidly pale, like he's started to lose his mind.
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
They're just looping what they're saying over there. What the fuck is he talking about? Wonder if we've unlocked any new dialogue from talking to people. Oh, we can. Cool.
I read the article on the miraculous catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch. The biggest whale ever caught. They saved Darkwater from famine.
Interesting. I really don't want to order a drink, but we were supposed to ask about
Captain
the special.
Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
So regardless, we wouldn't have been able to get the drink because that was all a cutscene that I had no choice over.
That'll be all for now.
So we must have to do something to unlock the pick-me-up.
My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy it. You all take care of yourselves. If you want to see more of me, come to the video on the list, or stay tuned for more. Feel free to leave a comment below, and please remember to click that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.